Yo! We're doing
Yo.
power rankings. We are here.
We back.
Dynamics here. We got LA Valiant Frags of Playoffs 2020.
Yep. That's me.
And we're ready to go. So, I have to put up on my screen. Hold on. Boom. Alright. Let's start with the East, because we always start with the East. That's just how we do it. Chengdu. I think they had a really good week. Personally.
Another great week.
I think they had a really good week. One of their best of the year.
They didn't lose 3-0 to Charge.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
So.
Worst team is definitely Seoul, right? And we're gonna debate me on that?
No, it's Seoul.
Yeah.
Wait, they beat the Infernal. Oh.
They beat the Infernal. Okay, they lost to Shanghai.
They suck, man. They're not good. I don't like that backline is so tragic. Putting Profit on Sombra is so tragic. Bella's is tragic. Now they did play Void. They're better than they were last week.
Yeah, Void,
the Void
actually
look is better.
Good. Void looked really good on Ram, and he has a great Sigma as well. I think Void is a good shout, and I think the team has a chance to do a lot better next week.
Next week is knockouts.
Knockouts, yeah.
They're gonna lose to a contenders team. I guarantee you.
No, they're not. Home. They're gonna beat a contenders team, and then they're gonna lose to an Owl team. You get it right.
They are going home. Seoul, Korea.
They're going home.
Real.
Okay, I think it's fine to keep them at the bottom.
And then Shanghai still. It's still Flooded Tank. Nothing new. They got a map off of...
Viper's great.
Viper is great. Viper's good. They got a map off of... Who did they get a map off of? The Spark and Dallas, right? They got a map off both of them, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yeah.
That's tough. Gooshwave just trolled.
Yisu's the goat.
Yisu's good. I don't know. These guys are... They're just existing. Oh no, Seoul got a map off of those guys. Shanghai played... I forget who Shanghai played team, I'll be honest.
They played Dallas and they played...
I forgot who they
Guangzhou?
played.
Yeah, they took a map off Guangzhou, didn't they?
They took a map off Guangzhou, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really sad map, actually, from Guangzhou. That was really sad. But
yeah, Guangzhou...
Seoul took a map off of Dallas and Spark.
Yeah, they definitely dropped down from their almighty, like, goated tier from the year before, or the week before. Guangzhou, they look mortal again.
Yeah. Next, it's... Do you want to do Dallas next? Is it Dallas, or...
I think it's Dallas next, yeah.
Is it Dallas?
Or could it be the Spark? If Dallas and Spark play again, who's winning that?
Okay, it could be Dallas. That's like better than Spark, but I'm just gonna leave Spark there until I see Dallas beat them. But I don't think it's impossible. I think it's like...
I think...
It's a matchup.
Edison had a really fucking good week. Edison is like... back.
Edison is the GOAT, like I have been saying.
Well, I wouldn't call him.
He has been good since Atlanta, and motherfuckers hate to hear it.
I ain't saying it. That's how much I hate to hear it. I ain't saying it.
You cannot get me to say that.
Eddie is legitimately so good. He was unfortunately not as good as Sojourn in the finals meta. That was it.
That was the best he's ever been. Was that Sojourn?
That was the best he's ever been, actually.
He's not been better than that.
Bro, like in Overwatch 1, he was so good.
Bro, do you see his Reaper play? You're gonna be like that one comment from the last video.
I'm not. Bro, he had a crazy Widow. He had a crazy Cass. He had a crazy Ashe as well. He's a hard hit scan player that is very talented. But I would say Hangzhou is above them.
I think that...
I think Dallas is above them right now, to be honest with you. Because here's
you guys
the
are
thing.
both going that way?
No, you guys are both going Spark. Me, the Hangzhou Spark fan, is putting them below Dallas. But here's the thing, right? Hangzhou are still stuck. Perma, Winston, Sombra, pretty much. There was like a little bit of Soj, not a lot. And fucking Reinhardt. Their Rein comp is awful. I said at the beginning of this year, Gooshway Rein's all right. I was lying. It's not good. It is just ass. Dallas, they have a Ram comp. They have a Junker Queen comp. They're willing to play Winston, and it's okay. If like you need to play Winston, they can. Is what it looks like. And it's like
their diva is great as well.
And their diva is really good. Like Dallas,
their diva's comp is like working great for them.
Yeah, they have 3 good comps and a not great comp. And Spark have 1 comp that's not even the best in their region, and that's it. And
you've sold me.
If 20 comes in, the map is done. You can turn it off.
They're putting 20 in, and I don't like it.
It's never gonna work. He is just not good anymore. I'm like, he was already
I
mid.
think-
He was mid before he left.
You raised a good point about the flexibility. I think what we're seeing right now is the teams that are like clenching on to this like Winston and Sombra, like you have to play it all the time. If you're not Atlanta, and even Atlanta is like moving away from it a little. Like I think all the teams that are clenching on are falling in power rankings. The teams that are able to flex and like, you know, show us different looks that are good are moving up. And Spark is just kind of, they've been the same since week 1, like you said.
Yeah.
I think, you know what? You've sold me. I think Dallas would win the rematch.
A lot of teams have improved a lot. A lot of teams have changed their looks a lot. And Dallas is actually moving in a way that is way more congruent with the adaptation style compared to Hangzhou. Hangzhou is like so static, like stuck in their old ways, like Frags was saying. Dallas looks reinvigorated from their first week.
Yeah. I mean, they still have fucking Hanbin playing Junker Queen, playing his heroes. And like, that's,
Which is so much
that's
better.
all you need. That's already
That's
better
all
than
you
Shui.
Hanbin is legitimately one of the best off tanks, if not the best off tank in the world.
So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think I like Dallas. I think they're good. And then it's
Charge
and then
too.
it's Charge and then Infernal like that.
Yeah. I agree.
Because like,
Wanna talk about it a bit.
here's the thing with the Charge. They are really good. We just saw Jimmy have his first bad week of the season. There will be more to come. I guarantee you, there will be more to come.
Yes, I agree.
I'm
He's very
Jimmy Hater
streaky.
number 1. I'm Jimmy Hater number 1. That dude was awful on Chengdu. Legitimately awful. He's this like most inconsistent player.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as soon as he went up against MN3 dogged on him, bro. It was bad.
He's streaky. He's streaky.
Yeah, and he streaked at the beginning. You're going into the knockouts. This is when you want to be hot, and he's coming into it a little cold.
Well, also, if teams in the East decide that they're gonna play Wrecking Ball into Guangzhou, they can just win because it doesn't seem like they're willing to go Sombra.
No, not at all. They like Jimmy refused to. Their option was Zarya. They thought Zarya was the solution to Wrecking Wheel.
Nah, Zarya gets like flung around like it just gets flung around by a ball.
Completely
it's not
owned.
a counter at all. I think, and that like leads us to Seoul. I guess they very clearly showed us that they've leveled up in the last week. They're able to show us different looks. They're able to adapt on the fly, and they have a very good idea of how to exploit a team's weakness. And they did that. They showed that with Guangzhou.
I don't even think they leveled up. You know,
No?
I was fighting for it. I was fighting for them second at one point. Remember?
They had something to prove, given
had
that they
something to
lost to
prove.
Seoul. Okay, they had something to prove to me because
did.
they lost to Seoul.
They've played better since they lost to Seoul, but I think they're as good as they are this week as they were last week. They just didn't get the chance to like
Okay.
show it, you know.
Sure.
But they're fucking nasty. MN3 Zest is a disgusting DPS line. Skewed is the best support in the region now. I'm pretty confident.
If it's Fixa season,
Fixa
finally.
had a fucking banger week. Holy
He
shit.
did.
Fixa was good. And it's like, if Fix is good and if Mag is good, what the fuck is the problem with Infernal? Mag had a really bad diva, is one thing. That's all I'll say. His diva's not good.
The thing is, they're also taking like the Dallas approach of playing very stylistically to favor them. They're playing ball, bro. No one else plays ball except this team, and they are playing it excellently. Mag's engages are so good. Mag is setting up his team every single fight, and it's working great for them.
Yep.
Also, Seoul Infernal doesn't drop a map to Shanghai Dragons. We just tossed that one out there. Guangzhou Charge did.
That is true. Yeah, no, it's true. Infernal look fucking good, and they're the team to beat in the East going into the knockouts. Or they should win their thingy, but yeah.
The West.
Vegas still suck.
Hold on. Vegas looked good with Avala.
Hold on.
Against
Good with
London.
Avala.
Okay, they didn't look good, but they had like signs of life in the player cams of them like laughing and having a good time, and I think them playing more loose was like better for them. I don't know. And they like London also sucked, and that's why I want London as the next guy.
Yeah, it has to be London. It literally has to be London.
Yes.
Vegas are just
London.
bad.
Yeah, Vegas are bad still. London. Oh, okay. Vegas did take a map off NYXL, but I have gripes with how NYXL played this week. London. Oh lord. Oh lord. They are a shell of their former self. They just like don't seem to know how to exploit what they were good at anymore. Because we even saw them revert to the Rhine Rush on some of the maps, and it just for some reason doesn't seem like it's hitting the same way.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just not there. So they've lost it. They've lost what they had.
It's because I feel like they're locking the comp, but they've lost their game plans and their aggression and their play style. They like just hold that shield, that shit goes down, and the fight is over. That's how every fight goes for the London Spitfire. I don't know what their coaches are doing to them right now, but it's not good things. It's not looking good for them.
Yeah, he plays it like it's Sigma. Like he's taking so much. Like he's just standing there and waiting for like Sparker to get like a Hanzo pick. Yeah, I guess the other thing is Hanzo isn't what they played last year with this. Not that should make so much of a difference, but
I think it
maybe the Soj was really why they were winning.
I mean, Sparker was the carry of that team the whole way through last year.
For sure.
Like people say Hottie, it wasn't not Hottie. It just wasn't. And I guess he has less ability to like go on the crazy flanks that he was getting value off of, and shit like that on the Hanzo.
Yeah.
Sad.
Okay, next team. What do you guys have?
Could I interest you in the Toronto Defiant?
No, man. They didn't even play this week. We can't do it to them. They didn't even play this week.
Oh, dog. Okay.
No, it's MYXL.
Can you go grab Valiant and Nixel? Okay. Is it NYX?
Ooh, I like that.
I team in there.
We almost forgot to grab that team. Yeah, I'm not used to having them down here.
So these are the next four for me. Are these four guys?
Yeah, I don't know what my order is yet, but I would agree.
I'm feeling it is tough. New York putting Fitz on Ana. Bad decision. Not good. I think we can comfortably say he did not play very well as an Ana.
Nope, and they seem to lose some sort of like potency. I found, anyways, they kind of lose a little potency on the damage. A little.
I think that's kind of valid. I think Shockwave I think Shockwave is good. I like Shockwave a lot, but I do like Fitz a little bit more.
Anyways, yeah, go.
Dynamic, I know you're like a massive Shockwave guy, so I thought you were gonna say something there.
I'm a huge Shockwave fan, yes, but I do think Fitz is a bit better than him. Okay, with Nixel, with what they're doing right now, it seems that, in my eyes, that they want to be able to play Brig and Kiriko and switch between those two characters while having an Ana player, which is why they're putting Fitz in, because the Lep can't play Kiriko and Anyun can't play Brig, which is why they're doing what they're doing, in my opinion. Which has led to this situation where now Fitz has to pick up a new role. And I don't think Fitz looks good on it because they dropped a map to a terrible team.
Yeah.
Vegas. They dropped the map to Vegas.
The fundamentals don't look good on Fitz. It seems like he's definitely like someone it's clear that he's off-rolling, right?
Yes,
it doesn't really look like Prophet last year who like played on Soul, right? It looks a lot more like an off-roll, where you're just like band-aid fixing a solution, and it's not great. I mean, if it gets sharpened, sure, but it's like I don't think you can afford to do that as MYXL.
I don't think they should.
I think you need to be playing your best people at your best positions and playing for that, and then they can find a way to make it work with Lucio or something. I don't know.
I think what they should start doing is give up on the idea that they need to play both Brig and Kiriko and give Lep and Anyun the playtime that they want on the maps, and just let them play Kiriko for Anyun for a map, or Lep on Brig Lucio for a map. Just don't worry about switching between those two comps.
The problem with that is that Creative's Kiriko was fucking insane.
Creative is so good, and he's in jail right now.
He's good at everything, I guess. He's literally good at. He's had a great time on everything.
He had great Ana too.
They need two of them.
They need double creative. We need to get a little creative with our compositions.
They need to take their there's two supports that are just hanging out in the wing and stuff them together and make another creative. They need to they just find. I don't know.
So with that being said, do we think that New York, with if they continue to play Fitz on Ana, are they worse than Toronto and Shock? They just lost to both of them recently. But I also think they should have won both of those matches.
But they also looked really bad against Vegas. Like, it was a 3-1, but they could have lost more maps.
Yeah, but what does that tell you about Shock? If they
I think the fact... No. I think the fact that they lost the map to Vegas, almost like could have lost another one probably to Vegas. That and then could not close out series against Defiant or Shock twice. That proves that like it once is whatever. Twice it seems like there's an issue in closing out. I think that they definitely need to prove that they're better. This is a situation where they need to prove that they're better than the guys above before you can actually say that they're better than them. So I put them as this 4th spot.
I think. You mean 3rd?
I guess, yeah.
Or do you have Valiant below them?
I'm talking this 4. I'm talking this 4.
Yeah.
Like this block.
I like that reasoning because twice in a row is really fucking hard to defend. Because like, should they both of those matches? Yes, they should have closed out Shock in three maps. Did they? No. Did they do that to Defiant? No. So it's like, how can I say? I could still say they're better than those guys. To be honest, I could still find a way, but
I don't know, Nick. Dude, go back and watch like Fitz on break. Like he looked so bad. He was dead for so many fights.
He did. If they don't play that, if they just play what they did against Defiant, they probably beat Shock straight up.
Yeah.
Now, are we assuming where's Toronto and Shock? Because like who's 1 and who's 2 here? Because Valiant, I think, is the best in this group of teams.
I agree right now. Yep.
I agree as well. Oh no.
But who's better, Shock or Defiant? Shock did beat Defiant in week 1, but that was a while ago now. And Defiance had an away week. Shock had an away week, and they look almost worse, maybe.
Yeah. So we said the thing with Defiant, they look like Kaluge Winston always gets worse somehow, right?
Yeah.
Shock just looked worse as well. So we got 2 teams who were on the decline 3 weeks in. Not great. I would say I think the raw talent of Shock will close out over the Defiant once again. That's what I think.
Okay.
It's hard to close it out when you're against Proper Tracer. Proper Tracer refuses to be bottom 4.
Unless he's saying he stole his character.
He is trying so hard.
But then he goes to the Sombra.
Oh my god, dog! This team is in. What happened to my team, bro?
They're playing.
Where did they go?
What's happening is Krusty has told them in practice, jump in and max, which we heard in the interview, that hey, you're just gonna randomly play here, and then the other one's gonna play here, but they're gonna play the same heroes and practice them on the same maps to try and throw off the enemy team, so that they don't know who's playing what when they come in, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's so stupid.
They are throwing off their own players. This is so bad.
Like, that's a coaching thing. That is actually a coaching thing.
And it's on every role. Literally every role they're flip-flopping.
Yeah, they're doing the same with DPS.
Vindame was on Kiri. Like, you had both of them on hitscan. It literally, they are throwing off everybody on the roster. They're getting everyone to hyperflex, which is so brain dead, straight up awful. Like, oh my lord. But I'd rather the Defiant do that, to be honest. So.
Yep. All right.
So like this.
Nice.
And then Valiant, they have a good look, which is more than anyone else below them.
Seeker is the best player out of all of those teams. Seeker looked amazing.
That's a
dog.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe, Proper, he's kind of crazy.
I don't know.
But Seeker looked so
Seeker
good,
was really good.
dude.
Yeah.
CJ was a freak.
CJ looks amazing. He's a playmaking support player on a low echelon team. He makes the plays that no one else will make.
Yep. They were playing with, they were just kind of playing, their hearts out. It felt like they were going for plays. They were doing, unconventional, rotations at times, right? They're playing. They know where they are. They know their place, and they're trying to find ways in being creative in their strategies and the way that they're playing in their play styles to get these wins over the teams that should have higher, stronger rosters on paper. I like them a lot.
They're not worried about it like Shock or Toronto are.
They don't have the pressure. They have no pressure.
In, every single match, bro. Yep. Seeker says he loves Danny. Alpha Yi is responding.
Yep. They're so talking to the 5 Koreans across the board that don't speak English. They're still typing to them.
Valiant looks also a lot better in teamwork against Florida. They looked a lot more cohesive. Cry finally looked like he was having some good sets.
Yep.
Liar looked like he had a great
Liar had a good
set
week.
too against Florida.
Yeah.
Things are coming together for this team, and it's unfortunate this week that they had to play two of the best teams, Florida and Atlanta, back to back. But coming up on knockouts, these guys could be dangerous.
There's a
They look good
chance
against both
they
teams.
make it in. I mean, they're 0-6, so I don't know. It's like a really low chance, but they have to beat Shock and Toronto, who we have below them.
Below them.
So,
this could happen.
But here's the other thing with Valiant, right? They're so map dependent. If they can't play fucking Ram May, and then whatever the hell Seeker wants to do, he can do whatever he wants, right? They're not great. If you can't play the May, it's like Nos is. I don't like Nos off of May at all. And I don't think they're very disciplined with their ults whatsoever. That's the only reason Florida beat them, is because Florida was always more disciplined with their ults every time.
Also, Seeker had to play Sombra, which was really bad.
Yeah, I don't want to see Seeker off of Hard Hitscan or Sim.
Seeker needs to play Sojourn, Sim, Hanzo.
All day.
Those are the characters he was owning on, and he will continue to own on. Unfortunately, they do need someone to play Sombra, or they don't even. I don't think
they
they
don't.
do.
No.
They should play other comps.
Lean into what you're good
on
at.
it if you're gonna put anyone on it for real.
Real.
Okay. Who is next? Who's the next block of guys we have here? Washington, Vancouver, Boston, and it's the same
Florida.
top four as. Oh, you want to put Florida in here?
I mean, we're not really doing tier breaks this time.
No, we're
but
not doing tier breaks. We're just talking about these four next. You know
I think Florida's the top one there, basically.
I think Florida still is for sure.
Yep. I think they look better this week than they did the week prior. Like week prior, right? They showed some signs of weaknesses, right? But this week, I think they kind of brought some of those things back a little. Like some of their
I don't know. I don't think they really improved.
They dropped a map to London and they dropped 2 maps to Valiant.
Oh shit! Yeah, they did.
It's
what am I talking about? What am I talking about?
I don't know. I mean, they're just like. I still think it's like they're not playing to their strengths. Actually, they're playing too flexible with someone. Like he doesn't need to be on Ram that much, bro. Just put him on fucking Winston and let him cook. Yeah.
Also,
what was I talking about?
I'm feeling that like Florida may be chilling out because it looks like their strategies aren't like too hammered out. They have a couple of unique comps coming out that I feel like they're experimenting with. Like they started this new comp of Ash Baptiste, right? And that's only happened in the last 1 week or 2 weeks. They're trying new things out, and I think they'll probably look a lot better once we're in knockouts. I feel like they know that they're gonna make knockouts, and I feel like they're just gonna start owning then. But for now, this is.
So you're saying they're kind of limit testing a little?
I feel like I feel like Gunba's telling the boys to relax. You know, have a couple.
Have some
take
beers.
It easy on the matches.
Have some beers.
Get behind the wheel. You know.
That might be why we see Sauna in.
The Sauna, it's so fraudulent because whenever they actually go to map 5s and Sauna would normally be in, he's not in. So that just tells you it's literally pity maps, which is like, I don't know. I mean, I guess you want to incorporate
Checkmate's better at every character.
Yeah, Checkmate's so fucking good.
Checkmate's Tracer.
Everyone individually on this team is still playing well, but there's just something wrong. You know what I mean? Something's off. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like stylistically they're relying too much on Bap Kiri, or if it's like they're not putting someone on Winston enough. Because like the Bap Kiri looks good. Like Chorong's a fucking good Kiri. But then sometimes he just can't get in there. And I think it's because like, well, maybe if he had a Winston to, you know, help him get more space or some shit, it'd be better. But like they're just weird. Something's wrong, and I can't entirely describe it, you know?
Yeah.
But they're still better than these guys.
Okay, what's the order below them? Titans over Boston. I think it's Titans, and then I think it's Mayhem Titans. I want to say Justice then Uprising, actually. I think if they were to rematch, I think Justice would beat Uprising. I think they would. I think Justice have looked better, like a lot better.
I don't think they look any different.
Really?
I mean, like, look at the guys they've beaten. Still, they beat who? Shock, fucking Valiant, wasn't it like Shock, Valiant, Spitfire, Eternal, or is it New York?
Yeah, but I think
it's shit teams.
Okay, I think the fact look at Washington's roster, look at New York's roster, and there's a lot of parallels, I think, in terms of the caliber of player, right? And in terms of how the team was constructed, it was kind of like leftovers of what can we get and bring together is what it felt like. And then you see the confidence. Really,
continue.
But I see them just playing so much more confidently and so much more like. They're just clicking a lot better and able to close out series, like against an opponent like Shock, where New York was like they had the lead and then they just couldn't close it out. Washington just pounded that win in, and they looked like the better team the entire series, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have a team that's like they're good. I think this is a really good mid-table team, and I think if they were to play against Boston again, I think they could beat them.
I mean, Alpha Yi is a fucking genius, right? Alpha Yi is a literal MVP candidate right now. If you were to bang out 10 MVP candidates, Alpha Yi probably makes that list. I don't think he did. I don't think Pelly owned him.
Go watch map 1, bro.
Okay, the Pharah,
go watch map 1, bro.
He maybe one-tapped him 3
that
times.
shit happened like
four times. 4 times on Tracer.
But then Alpha Yi said, no, sir, and then swapped Echo and literally killed 5. Immediately.
Okay.
He got one-tapped by the fucking pocketed pharmacy. But he didn't have a really good series. He had a good series anyway, and he's clearly above everyone else on his team. He's clearly the star of the show, right? He's that fucking guy. Boston
had a bye week.
They had a bye week.
So did Titans.
If they do not play Kalios, they should just beat Washington, right? I think. Because you look at Smurf.
They're going to play Kalios.
Maybe they will. I can't imagine it though, right? Like
they're going to do it.
If they end up playing Kalios, this might be the most mismanaged team in the league.
Shock make that difficult, but yeah.
Mismanaged, I hear? I wonder why. Could it be Pre and Supreme again?
Also, last week when they played, Izayaki was sick.
Yep.
So
Izayaki had a collapsed lung in the hospital.
Yeah, Izayaki was not able to play, which it's not a huge deal.
Is he back?
Izayaki
how long does it take to get over a collapsed lung?
I don't know. Probably still gone.
Probably longer than a week. I presume.
I think he's. Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to be back yet.
Here's what I'll say is that Boston is. I would honestly right now put them. Do I really want to put them above Justice? Because Boston looked.
They should be better. They should be better.
They should be better. They had moments of great execution. They knew where they were doing with their ults, and they knew what to play to, which was Decay's Tracer. And they were able to do that often until they played Justice. Until they played Titans.
The thing with that series as well is like Twilight literally probably didn't have very much scrim time because the collapsed lung happened like very shortly before the matches, right? If I remember right, or maybe they just announced it. We don't know when it happened, I guess. But like, I feel like you get Twilight more scrim time. He's fucking Twilight. He's better than Teru. He's better than Crimzo. Like, you know what I mean? I like Boston more than Washington still. Like, I like Washington. I like Alpha Yi a lot. That's like the only part of this team that makes them that good. If they didn't have Alpha Yi,
Dynamic, to me. Come to the Justice being better than Boston.
I love my Smurf. I love my Twilight. Boston, I want the Boston team to work so bad.
Come on, no buts, bro. No buts.
Kalios, remember?
But they keep putting in Kalios.
Remember what he did.
If
remember what
Boston
he took from
is
you.
able to hammer out their issues, if Izayaki comes back and they stop playing Kalios they shouldn't play Kalios at all.
You should drop him.
Because Smurf played Sigma and Zarya for Soul,
and he
looked good on it.
Yep. Yes, sir.
So if they stop playing Kalios and Smurf steps up, this is where I would put them above Justice and below Titans.
So where are you putting them now? As you see it.
Hey, I'm just tossing my information out here. Man.
Well, no, you need to come to a decision.
I would put them. I would keep them here. I would keep
there
them.
No.
Izayaki is gonna come back, and Izayaki is so good.
That's true.
And Juno agrees.
Real.
Okay.
You disagree with the fucking cat? Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a cat, bro.
All right, and I don't think there's much discussing here. I think
They're
this,
the right
this
order.
top 3 is in the right order.
I could put.
Right?
I could put.
You cannot fuck around and put. No, you can't fuck around and put Outlaws.
I could put Glads higher.
No.
Put Glads
Off what?
Away.
Off what?
They
didn't play.
My beliefs. You question my beliefs. I mean,
Outlaws looked good, man.
Outlaws did
look really good.
They did. Yeah.
Happy. I think Happy has looked better. I think he's looking really good on the Sombra. Actually, I'd like to Sombra play this week.
Okay. I could do it. I won't do it because I can't do it.
You shouldn't do it. That's why.
Exactly.
You shouldn't.
I swear to God,
I
I dreamed that Pelican was playing Sombra and Happy was playing Tracer, and I don't know if that was like I went through all the games and I could not see it anywhere.
Nope.
So I gotta communicate what happened in my dream because surely that works better.
No.
What?
No. No, Pelly's good at Tracer.
Pelly's really good at
Tracer, but Pelly is also so great at Sombra.
True. Pelly is a good Sombra.
Have we seen that?
Yes, he had a good Sombra.
Last year.
Last year?
I think the year before that as well, didn't he?
It was his Tracer player last year on Houston.
It was his Tracer player last year. He had Merit. Merit played a little Tracer in the Countdown.
Oh.
He did.
Okay.
But I think didn't he play Sombra on Atlanta?
No, he played Tracer on Atlanta.
I swear he played Sombra.
Yeah.
I think Nero. No, Nero wasn't on that team.
Nero was on Chalk.
Who was on that roster? It was Eddie, Pelly,
Kai.
Kai played Sombra.
I don't know. Anyway,
okay, Pelly played
I know
Sombra.
It to be true, Pelly had the good Sombra. He just has to. He's fucking Pelican.
Anyways, out of my fever dream, they should do that. In my opinion.
I mean, the thing with these guys, Atlanta is just so fucking good. Like, everything's good with this roster, to be honest with you. Gio's
even Gator.
And phenomenal. No, I won't say that.
The thing is that their weak links are playing perfectly to what weak links need to do, which is enable their best players.
That's a great way to describe it.
You think they have weak links? Oh, Donghack.
Donghack, bruh.
Yes. If Donghack was trying to be
that
fearless,
dude is so fraud.
That
dude is such a fraud.
So real.
He doesn't do anything, bro. He actually just sits back.
He doesn't do anything.
He just sits back and lets his team carry him, which is good. Which is so good. It's so good that he's not inting his brains out. But
he's not good. You know what I mean?
He's not good.
He is fine. He is fine. He is better than average, I will say. Maybe he is good. Maybe you could say that would be good if he's better than average.
Yeah.
Just because of the role he's playing and the role that he knows that he is. But people that be like on Donghack and be like, oh my god, this fucking Donghack guy, you got to get your eyes checked, man. You have to. He literally just does his job. That's it. He's a job doing main tank in 2023.
I would go as far as to say that he does not even set up most of the fights.
100%.
Most of the fights are set up by Fielder and Lip.
Yeah. Lip is
Both
orchestrating him, bro.
Lip is the puppet master, and Fielder is setting up so many great plays with his cooldowns. Every single fight. It looks so amazing. This team looks unbeatable.
Literally needs Lip. If it was anybody in the league except for Lip, they are maybe not even top 3. Like, that is how much I will put on Lip right now. He is doing that much. What are you thinking about, Frags?
I'm wondering, it's like, okay, what are some comparables? Okay, are you saying, so what if Kevster was in that position?
No good.
Probably not, because the thing is that
Sombra.
Lip is on his fraudulent ass character. His Sombra one trick, bro. And
no one else can do what he does.
Yeah, no one else is going to be able to play the Sombra like him. He is the best Sombra.
It's like Shu. It's like there's no one in this league that can do what Shu does. There's no one in the league that can do what Lip does on Sombra. 0 people.
The mind games Lip plays against other Sombras also, he's like, he runs circles around them with the translocator games. It's crazy.
Yeah, he also innovated the meta of Tracer Sombra. Like, you could see that Atlanta first was the people to start collapsing on damages, hacking Sombra Tracers, looking for translocators. They are the one who started this type of meta. People started to realize how busted OP it was.
And people are trying to catch up, and then once they realized they couldn't do it, they gave up.
You're trying to catch up to somebody that can't be caught right now.
Yeah, exactly. Atlantis is really fucking good.
Yeah.
Honestly, the mid-season madness is probably theirs to lose, even though we are still like a few weeks out from it. At this point, like, I don't know.
It's on the same patch.
If they lose it, I'm gonna say it every single time we talk about Atlanta. If they lose mid-season madness, Donghack and Gator are the biggest frauds in this league. Like 100%.
It's not Gator's fault.
You know, if this roster does not win, it's all on Gator. I'm pinning it on him like a fucking butterfly in the fucking butterflyatorium, bro. Insectatorium.
So
What?
just so that we're aware,
Yeah.
Atlanta 3-0'd Glads, which is what we put at third, and then 3-1'd Outlaws, which is what we
Outlaws
put at second.
Atlas had so much momentum at the beginning of that series.
They did.
Bro.
They looked so great on Koth. They owned.
There's something
Koth, in my
there.
opinion.
There's something there. Oh, they owned. Lip was not doing well on Koth, which is like, I had to get my eyes checked on that one.
Yeah.
I think right now, as we know it, Atlanta Reign is playing the best Overwatch 2. I think Outlaws, given more time with their roster, can catch up. I think Gladiators is in the same position, and Florida is also in the same
Houston
position.
need to stop playing Violet on Brig. Stop it. Stop
Violet
it.
is
It's
so
not
crazy
good.
at Kiriko.
It's not good.
He's so good
He's
at
playing
Kiriko.
Mercy. He was playing Mercy too. Do not put the most mechanically gifted fucking player in this league on Brig and Mercy. Don't do it. You're trolling your entire team. Stick him on Kiriko, play fucking Florida style, and win. You will win. I guarantee you they'll win.
Yeah, why don't they play BAP carry comp?
They played 15 minutes of it. I was looking at Winston's lab. They played 15 minutes of it. And Violet, as they rate it, was the second best player in the entire series on Kiriko, with number 1 being Chio on Brig, I believe, according to AI analytics. Which
Violet
is
a
like,
freak.
Violet should just be on Kiri hard perma, and I don't understand. He's not good at Brig. He's literally not good at Brig. He's bad at it. I will say he's bad at it.
He's alright at break.
I think
He's alright.
I think you have to go pretty far down this tier list before he's at the same level as the Brig player on the team. I don't know if we want to do that, but I think you'd have to go pretty far down.
I think it's okay. I think the pharmacy was working when he was
The
playing
pharmacy
it, so
was
I'm
working. I'm not blaming.
I think
the
it
pharmacy,
was
it's just
good.
The principle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. It does just always look cursed to see him.
Yeah, it
on
looks
Mercy.
cursed. The Mercy was fine, but like, whatever. You can play Mercy. I'm more pressed about the
Labdo
Brig.
owns that fraud.
Yeah, put Shu on Mercy.
Okay.
Bro, they gotta pick up like somebody else to do this because it just looks so fraudulent if either of them do it.
But yeah, I think we're pretty good with this tier list. I feel good about this. I feel good about all of them. Why would I make a tier list I feel bad about, you know?
Yep.
Any closing remarks? This was also the longest one we've done. You were like, let's settle down for a quick 20 minute banger.
I said quick 20-minute banger. But
we had a lot to say.
Yeah.
well, it's the first one we have 3 of us, right?
Oh, we
No,
had
we
the
did
first
the,
one the first
week
day.
one,
Week
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That was only like 20 something. Anyway,
I think
anything
almost all
yeah.
teams look beatable, by the way. This
Yeah.
is like extremely competitive Overwatch. Atlanta,
Unless-
although at the top, can definitely lose their spot given enough time.
Also,
Also,
one,
this is a
one
great
final
meta for
thing.
them.
One final thing. Where would you? Only thing, and then we're ending it. Where would you put the Soul Infernal in NA? Right now. Final thing.
Below Florida.
Below Florida? Yeah,
Yeah, below Florida.
I was
Maybe
thinking,
below
I was thinking
Glads.
above Florida.
Yeah, below Glads.
No, I think Sombra. I think
I
if they
think
try and
Sombra
do any
fucks them,
shenanigans,
yeah.
I think Sombra
That's
fucks them. I don't think there's any good. There doesn't seem to be very good Sombra teams in the East.
I think that they don't need to play ball though. Like they didn't play ball at all against the fucking Spark, and they owned them, Broadburgers. So anyway,
Rodberg.
that was just that'll be a general vibe of like where we, you know. Anyway, goodbye team.
Look at Juno.
Show the cat. Show the cat.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Juno!
Subscribe for Juno. Look at him.
Subscribe for more Juno content.
Okay. Goodbye.